Kristen, and as you can see, I don't have my other Kristen next to me, but this is still Vainglorious. We show those of you who have champagne taste how to live fashionably on a beer budget. And today we're doing something a little bit different. I've got a lot of questions whenever I'm out and through emails, viewers, on how I get my hair like this. And basically, people are kind of shocked when I tell them it's by a straightening iron. So I'm going to show you how to get curls with a straightening iron. It's really simple, and if you can't afford a curling iron and a straightening iron, you really only need a straightening iron. And it goes a lot faster and it smooths out the hair as you're actually curling it. So let's get started. Okay, so after you've blow dried your hair straight, doesn't have to be perfect, just straight, we're going to separate the hair into 3 different sections. I like to do 3 sections because I have a lot of hair. You could even do 4 sections if you want, but anyways, the first one I always start kind of like from the eyebrows area, and I go back and I put all this hair up and away. The clip. Okay, so now one side always seems to be a little bit easier than the other side. For me, it's my left side. It's always a little bit easier than my right. So anyways, we're going to take a section of the hair. Doesn't have to be that big. And we're going to take the iron. I have this one. It's not too big, or wide I should say. We're going to put the iron down like this. And as you are turn the hair and go down the hair while turning the iron. And you got a curl. So a trick that Oscar Blondie told me is that you don't want to do every piece of hair going the same direction. You want some to go the other direction, because if it's all going the same direction, it kind of ends up getting clumped into one big curl. So you don't want to do that. So for this piece of hair, we're going to turn the iron inwards to make it go the other direction, because this is kind of flipped out. This one's going to be flipped in. So again, we go like this, and this time we're flipping the iron in. It's a little bit different. Just keep turning the hair and going all the way down the piece. And there you go. Another strand going the other direction, as you can see. So we're going to keep doing that all around the hair, alternating pieces. So now this is the side that's always a little bit more difficult for me, but we're going to do the same kind of thing. So the first piece that's closest to the front of your face is going to be turned outwards. And this one you're different. As you can see, the iron's not pointed down, it's pointed up. And there you go. Another curl right there. And we're going to do the same for the other piece of hair here, is we're going to turn this one inwards instead of outwards. Going inwards is a little bit easier. You're pointed down, as you can see. Just keep going all the way down the hair. There you go, another curl. And then keep going. Okay, so once you've got your first section of hair done, then you take a second section, usually the whole middle part of the hair. I usually go from up here and take the top part, put that back. Then that back, now you get a whole other section of straight hair. Okay, so for this first piece, what I'm going to do is actually turn this one in towards the face, because the one right underneath it was turned out. So this one is going to be turned in. That way they don't get stuck into one big one. And there you go, one curl. And I know it's hard because sometimes people get stuck and it like does that crease in the hair like a crimp, and that's not cute. But just don't hold the iron too tight, because I think that's kind of what helps that. So for this one, we're going to flip it out because the one right underneath it was flipped in. Just keep turning it all the way down the hair. So now we're doing the same for this side of the hair. Since this one was flipped out, as you can see, this one's going to be flipped in. There you go. Flipped in. The next one's going to be turned flipped out. And alternate. Okay, so now the third section of the hair is the top piece, which is probably obviously the most important piece. It's a pretty big section right here, pretty thick. This is where you can separate it into 4 sections or 3 sections. We'll just keep it at 3 for today, but I like to keep all of these curls all flipped out. Because if you have some flipped in, it kind of looks a little bit weird sometimes. So let's go. That's about it. Pretty easy, huh? I did that in 10 minutes. That's all it took to curl my hair. So these curls actually stay a lot longer, and obviously it's easier, goes faster. So that's about it. Hope I helped you out a little bit, and guess we'll see you next week. Bye.